Alright guys, so we have Kraken installed and our base file structure. In this video I want to start creating the design, the template, and also create some routes. Now routing is a little different when using Kraken. Our routes are going to actually go in the controller, which is kind of nice because we have everything, each object is bunched together. Alright, so by default we don't have any folders in here, we just have the index controller, which basically just renders the index template. Alright, so you've seen this before, route get, and the slash basically means the home page, and then we're just rendering it. We're passing in a model. Okay, we have the index model up here, this is all going to be changed. We're actually going to use the book model for the index page. But yeah, so we also have a, hey guys, one second. We also have, let me get out of that, textbooks, and we have a models folder. Alright, so we'll have our models in here. By default is just an index model, which doesn't do anything except return a name, which is index. Okay, so yeah, for right now let's just create the template or the layout. So we'll go to public templates and layouts master.dust. Alright, and up at the top here we're going to include a couple CSS style sheets. Alright, so we want the foundation CSS. And remember we downloaded the foundation files in the last video and brought them over. Next one is going to be style.css, which is going to be our custom file that we put our CSS in. Let's see. I think that's good for CSS. So for the content, we're going to do everything in rows. So we're going to have the logo at the top. So I'm going to put that. We're going to create a row inside of, actually, you know what? We don't need this wrapper div. Can get that out of there. Okay, basically we're going to say div class equals row. And if you know anything about Bootstrap, which you probably have because we've been using it quite a bit, you create rows and you can have different kind of like a grid, separate your divs into amounts from 1 to 12. So we're going to have one 12 column div. So we can say div class large 12 and then columns. Alright. And basically this is the same thing as if using Bootstrap, saying something like call large 12. Alright, basically the same thing. So we're just going to have an h1 tag in this div. And we'll say textbooks. Alright, and then we're going to have the navigation, which is going to have its own row as well. So I'll copy that. Okay, and then we're going to say nav class is going to be top bar. And you can actually get this code at the website, I believe. If we go to docs and then navigation top bar. Alright, so basically this is the same thing that we're doing. Alright, so just customizing the links and stuff. So top bar, and I want to add data top bar, and then the row is navigation. Alright, so that's the opening nav tag. Now inside here we want to have a section with a class of top bar section. Okay. And then in that section we'll have the unordered list, and I'm going to give it a class of left so it floats to the left. Alright, and then we want our links, so we want some li tags. Okay, the link is going to go to the home page. Alright, we'll have a couple more. So home, about, and cart. Alright, so this one, about, is going to go to /pages/about. Okay, we're going to create a simple pages controller that'll take care of displaying all the static pages. This one will go to /cart. Alright, and let's see how that looks. Okay, when you just update the templates, you shouldn't have to restart the server. Alright, so that looks good. We have the logo and the nav bar. In this hello index, this is coming from the index template, which is inserted right here in this body variable. Now I want to put a footer below the body. It's very simple. So we'll have a footer tag. Alright, and then in the footer we're going to have the row. I'll just grab this. Alright, and let's see, in the footer I'm just going to put a paragraph. Alright, and we'll just say tech books, copy, and I also want a link to the admin area or to the manager area. So ahref equals /manage. And you probably noticed that the admin area, it doesn't have a login form because it would just be too much to integrate a user management system into this. As long as I've covered that in another chapter in another project, so you can always, mix and match the different functionalities. All right, so end this paragraph, and then let's see. Down here, I want to just include a couple scripts. Okay, so script src, and it's going to be JS/vendor/jQuery. Actually, let's put a slash in front of this too. Alright, so that'll include jQuery. Now, we also want script src, and then we need the foundation, which is in JS, /JS, and it's foundation.min.js, and I forgot the JS right here as well. Okay. And I forgot the ending script. Alright, now I also want a JavaScript file just for us to, if we need to do it. We're going to need to make a AJAX request to be able to delete things, so I want our own JavaScript file. And we'll just call it main.js. So let's create that really quick. Public JS. New document, main.js. All right, and then finally we need just we need to call the foundation. I'll show you. So we need script, and this is just going to be done inline. We need jQuery, so document.foundation. Alright, so that's it. So that should do it for the actual master layout. So I'll save that. And let's just restart the server. and reload, and there we go. So we have the header, the menu, this is obviously the body placeholder. Whatever page we visit is going to show up here, and then we have the footer with the manage link. Now I think I want to add, I want to add a row div around this so that it stays in the container. So in master dust, you just want to find this body tag and just basically I can just copy this right here. Okay, and then we'll just take this and put that here. Alright. So next thing, let's see. Let's start with the index view or template. If we go to public templates index.dust. And basically what we're doing here is we're defining which layout we want to use, alright, which are in the layouts folder. Right now we only have master, which is the front end. I'm also going to create a layout called manage, which will be the back end, which isn't much different, but this here was saying content greeting. We don't need this. I'm going to get rid of that. Alright, and you just want to have these body tags that just specifies that we want whatever we put in here into this body tag right here. Alright, so we already did the row, so it should be contained. Basically, we want 4 divs side by side for the products or books. So we want to do class equals large 3, and then we want columns and book. Okay, book is just a class that I'm throwing on so we can style each book. Alright, so we want the image. Now the images, I'm just going to grab and put them in our public, and then create a folder called IMG. Alright, so these are just some covers that I grabbed. I can show you the icons. Alright, so we have Node books, we have MongoDB, and PHP books. Alright, so let's just, right now we're just putting the static content, so we'll just put a static image. So we'll say image src equals img slash node1.jpg. Alright, so that'll be the image. Next we want the h4, and this is going to be the name, so let's put professional node.js. Alright, now for the paragraph we want to put a description. So for now, we're just going to get some filler text from Lorem Ipsum. Okay, so I'll just copy that. We don't want too much. Okay, so that'll be the description. Next we want the price. I'm going to wrap this in a div with a class of price, and we're just going to say buy it for $19.99. And I'm going to wrap this price, just the price, in a span tag, just so we can style that later. Alright, so that's the price. Now we'll have a line break and a link. So we want to link to the main details page. Okay, so for right now, I'll just go to /books details /1, which isn't going to bring us anywhere yet. And this will say book details. Alright, and I think that's good for the first column. If we save that. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is just copy. I'm going to copy from here to here and paste it 3 more times. Alright, and then I'm just going to update some of the stuff here. So the images, that'll be node 2, node 3, node 4, and then the titles. So let's see, for this one, let's do node.js blueprints. Okay, and then for the description, I guess we can just keep the same one. And I'm going to cut it a little shorter because it's kind of long. Alright, so there you can see the images changed. Now for the description. Just cut this short. Alright, and then let's change the prices up a little bit. We'll say $15.99 and $27.99. Alright. Okay, so there's our 4 books. Now, I don't like how this is up against the navigation bar right here. So let's add a little bit of CSS to change that. So you want to go to public CSS and then style.css. And we want the top bar. And I'm going to set a margin bottom. Alright, and I'm going to do just some other basic styles here. I want unordered lists to not have bullets, so list style none. I want the margin to be zeroed out. Let's see, what else? The footer. Let's add a margin top to the footer as well of 40 pixels. And let's see, padding 10 pixels, and I want to align it to the center. Okay, so that looks better. Now let's deal with these. The title here, I want to align all this to the center. And book details, that should have a class on it. I don't think we did that. Yeah, we didn't. So for the links here, the book details links, we want to add a class. And let's see. I want class button and small. Okay, we want to put that here. Okay, so that should make it look a little better. Alright, now we just want to, you can see we gave each one a class of book, so I'm going to grab onto that. So book, I want everything aligned to the center. And then we want to do the H4. Book H4, and just add some margin top 15. And let's see, the price, I'm going to give it a margin of 5 pixels and a font size of 18. Alright, and then the price span, we're going to do a few things to that. We're going to change the color to green. We're going to change the background to gray. Let's see, we want F4. Padding 10. Border will be 1 pixel gray, solid. And I'm going to set the border radius to 50%, and that'll make it roundish or ovalish. Okay, so save that and reload, and there we go. Okay, so that is our home page. Obviously this is just static content right now. We'll get into that later on. And this took a little longer than expected, so we'll probably have a second part to this video because I want to get the standard details page and then maybe get into the manager side template, which won't be much different. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video.